In this video, we'll be talking about for loops. So what exactly are for loops? Okay, so in order to explain this, a for loop is something that iterates through a certain list of some sort, or iterates through the values of something. So it iterates through values. So this type of loop just goes on until it finishes iterating through values. So let's make a list. In Python, in order to make a list, I'm going to say list one. I'm going to call this list one. In order to make a list, you need to use these brackets and just any number or strings that you would like to put into it. So let's make a list of numbers from 5 to 9. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Now, I want to check to see if all these numbers are greater than 2 maybe. So I would do that with maybe a for loop. So for you can say element or number or anything. This is basically another variable that you have here after the for. For element in, because you're using the in statement, for element in list 1, if element, now you have to use the new variable that you've defined it by. So element is is one of these numbers, so it iterates through all of these values. If element is, say, greater than 2, or we'll put a number that's in the middle, so let's say greater than 7, we will print it is greater. Else print it is not. Okay, so if I were to run this function, what it does is first it checks 5 and it sees if 5 is greater than 7, and since it's not, it will print it is not. Then it does the same with 6, does the same with 7, 8, and 9. So we should get it is not 3 times, and then we should get it is greater 2 times, because 7 is not greater than 7. So when we run the function, get this. So that's the main function of a for loop. It goes through all the items in a list. And like I said, just to review, I can make this element piece any variable. I can also say for x in element, but I need to make sure that everything else is the same when I define it, and it should still work. Also, another possible reason for wanting to use a for loop is, let's say that I don't want to see it in a list, and I want to see all the numbers in that list on a separate line. I might say for x in list 1, or for element, for number, whatever you want to call it, print x. So what happens here is you just get multiple lines with these numbers. So you get 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like that. Now, maybe I want to add something to it. Maybe I want to add a 1 to all of these x values. I might just say for x in list 1, print x plus 1. And in this case, I will get 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So all the values have changed. The 1 has been added to all of these values.